Recently, we made a video on the P-line. Well, today we're going to start breaking it. Well, actually we're not. We're going to take it apart. We're going to replace the sprockets on the rear wheel. We're going to make this video in two parts. First of all, removal, and then the second part, reinstallation, and we'll show you how to put it in the right order. Until now, all Brompton sprockets were held in place using a Circlip, which is easily removed using a flathead small screwdriver. Like this one. The P-line and T-line sprockets are held in place by a lock ring. This is commonly used on SRAM, Shimano, cassettes. The lock ring is undone using a lock ring tool. It slots in, and if the lock ring isn't done up very tight, you can simply undo it, holding onto the sprockets using your hand. However, the lock ring should be done up to 45 Newton meters, so you will need a tool to hold your sprockets whilst you undo them. This is a chain whip. The chain whip goes around the sprockets and it will hold them in place whilst we undo the lock ring. Sometimes you will get a loud crack as it releases because it's so tight. Once it's loose, you can just undo it without the additional leverage. And then the sprockets simply lift off. But don't forget the spacer that is hiding behind the cap on the hub. Now I'm going to show you how to put them back on. The first thing you need to do is to lightly grease the driver. Any good quality grease will work. As you can see, the driver is keyed. It's a 9-spine Shimano style, so one of these spaces is not like the others. We need to find the wider one, which is this one. First is the apparently keyed spacer. It can go either way up, and it doesn't have to align to the fat grooves. Next is the dust cap. You need to align the large spacer with the large space, and then he pops on. Then the 18-tooth sprocket that has an arrow showing you where the wider gap is. Next, the unkeyed plastic spacer. Next, we have the 15-tooth sprocket. Again, he helpfully has an arrow by the big space. Next is the 13-tooth sprocket. He's really important to get the right way up because he has a step underneath. But because it's keyed, you won't be able to install it upside down anyway, but you might have a bit of fun trying. Next, we have the 11-tooth sprocket. I just need to find the wide space to pop them on. Finally, the lock ring, which is then tightened using a lock ring tool. But I now can't tighten it any further using my hands, so I'm going to use a torque wrench. This is a torque wrench. It's really cool because you can set what torque you want to do your lock ring up to. So we put the lock ring tool into the torque wrench, then pop it into the lock ring. It is very tight. Yay! And now we have a new sprocket stack installed on our P-line wheel. If you like this video about replacing your sprockets on your P or T-line, we'd really like it if you gave us a big thumbs up. Did we miss anything or do anything wrong? Please comment in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more of our videos, including how to reinstall your rear wheel and how to protect your P-line, we'd really love it if you subscribed. The reason I have non-matching tyres is because one of our next videos is going to be replacing my tyres with some new tyres. This is a chain whip.
Or I understand.
As you can see, there. It's a 9-style Shimano spline. Oh, 9 styles Shimano spline? 9 spline Shimano style. Which way?
Yes.
First is the apparently keyed spacer. It can go in, then the 18-tooth sprocket. 15, I think, I'm pretty certain, 15, 13. Was it 15, 11? 1, 2. Which is then tightened using a lock ring tool. I need to loosen it. Is it a P-line or a T-line wheel? Maybe you could just pass it to me. Yeah, like that. Perfect. If you'd like to see next, I'm going to put the sprockets back on the wheel.